Hello, I'm Dr. Alan Gruning, and welcome to your Prescription for Health. Hello, I'm Dr. Alan Gruning, and welcome to your Prescription for Health. I am so excited that you joined us today. We have an exciting and very informative and very relevant show for you today. We're going to be talking about personal care products and toxins and safe things that you can use on your body. And so this is going to be particularly important for women, but the guys you need to pay attention to. And just kind of getting started, just a little bit about me. And in case of you that are just joining the show for the first time, haven't seen this before, I'm a holistic physician practicing in Fort Myers and in Port Charlotte, Florida. And while a lot of my practice is taking care of acutely injured automobile accident patients, I have a large part of my practice that takes care of very sick people with fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue and hormone imbalances and autoimmune disorders and toxins. And so getting people to have a holistic, naturally healthy lifestyle is very important to me. And a lot of the treatments I do with people involve getting them on the right nutrition and supplements and also getting toxins out of their life. And that's what we're going to be kind of focusing on today, are some common toxins that we're exposed to that we can try to get rid of from our lives. Now, I also have a great website, and I hope that you'll take the opportunity to go to it. It's called prescriptionforhealth.tv, which is on the screen right now, and there's all kinds of great information on there. There are links to all kinds of really neat resources to learn more about toxins and nutrition and things that you can do to get healthy. There's ways to watch the old shows on YouTube, and so there are links to that. Because many of you have asked me about how do I watch your old shows, Alan? So you can easily go to YouTube and watch those on my channel. There are also video blogs that I do on there, so I hope that you'll take advantage of that. Today I'm with Diane Smith. Diane is a dear friend of mine, and Diane is a cosmetologist here in Fort Myers. And so welcome, Diane, to the show. It's so glad to have you here.
Thank you.
And Diane and I have known each other for many years. Diane takes care of my hair and my family, so we talk all the time when we get together. And we've had some really neat conversations about personal care products, and I know that that's a huge interest of yours. But first of all, tell me a little bit about your background and how you got into cosmetology.
Well, Dr. Allen, I've been a licensed cosmetologist since 1983, and a lot of the reason I got into the industry is because I had a need for creativity, and I also really enjoy working with people, so the combination of the two is a good fit for me.
Well, I know that most cosmetologists almost serve as a psychologist or a counselor in some degree, correct?
True.
You get to hear everybody's problems.
True.
But now, what's involved in actually becoming a licensed cosmetologist in Florida?
Well, there are extensive studies you have to take for, I believe, 1,200 hours, and then you take a test, and once you've been tested, then you can become a cosmetologist.
Okay.
So it's rather involved.
It is involved, and it's not just simply you learn how to cut hair and open up a shop. There's a whole kinds of stuff that are required with that.
Right.
And part of your training, you do learn a lot about the physiology of hair and skin and nails and a lot of those things.
That's true. That's true.
Okay. So we've talked a lot in the past about nutrients and how they affect your body, and toxins, how they affect different parts of your body. So we're going to kind of focus on that today. And I know that there are several things that are kind of burning in your heart to kind of talk about. And the first thing we're going to kind of get into is about hair loss, because that's a huge concern with a lot of people, including guys,
Yes.
But especially women too. And so you see this all the time. What is going on with people with their hair? Is this getting worse?
Oh, definitely. Probably in the last 10 or 15 years, I've noticed a very large increase in the number of people coming in on a daily basis concerned about hair loss or, you know, thinning hair. And it's becoming almost epidemic. I noticed it more so earlier on in my career in people who are older. And now I'm noticing 40, 50, and 60-year-olds who have some genuine health concerns about this, and they're wondering why. And so we get into some of that in my consultations with my clients in the chair. But I deal with this every day.
And I know that, because you've told me this before myself, you can tell a lot about what's going on in people's lives by their hair, can't you?
Definitely. Definitely. Nutritional deficiencies, medication issues, stress-related hair loss. But number one would be the alopecia that I see coming from either medications or stress, environment, food, whatever. There's many different reasons for it.
And I have those same issues cropping up in my practice. I have, women coming to me all the time saying, I'm losing all my hair. Or, guys are saying, I'm getting bald and I'm only 30 years old, and so what is this going on with me? And so as a physician, there's a lot of things that I look at, and we've talked about a lot of this stuff before, things like thyroid disease that we've discussed. And low thyroid symptoms, one of the predominant symptoms is hair loss.
Definitely.
And then also nutrient deficiencies and things like calcium, magnesium, zinc, iron, copper. All those things affect the structure function of your hair. And so when you're deficient in those significant trace minerals and other elements,
right,
your hair becomes very brittle and can fall out.
Right. Right.
So what other kinds of things are I know stress you just mentioned, and stress seems to be a big part, and you seem to look at my hair and you'll know when I'm under a lot of stress. I mean, how do you know that?
I generally ask questions, and the client will usually give me the right answers. For example, I'll ask if they've had any minor surgeries. Novocaine is also a hair loss issue.
Is it? Okay.
Yes, and also heart medications on a long-term basis. I've seen hair loss. Like I said, medications, heart, thyroid, Novocaine exposure. Those generally I notice on a temporary hair loss basis.
Okay.
But long-term heart medication, certain thyroid medications that people take cause hair loss.
Well, especially if their thyroid is not balanced properly.
Right.
I mean, we're going to talk on future shows about thyroid disease, but we know that, when your thyroid is not balanced properly, one of the predominant symptoms you'll have, besides feeling cold and energy loss and your nails being brittle, and we'll talk about that, but it's hair loss. And so that's a significant issue when your thyroid is not balanced properly. So I know that besides all those things that we've talked about, toxins are a big issue with this.
Yeah.
And particularly the things that people are putting on their hair that can cause damage to their hair and ultimately get absorbed through the scalp and can cause toxic issues in your body, including cancer.
Oh, definitely.
And so we've talked about some things that are available to the general public, and I know that you're going to give us some guidance about what things we can use, what things we can't use. Just as an aside, there's a website that you can go to that's a link on my website for the Environmental Working Group, and they have a website called Skin Deep. And you can go to Skin Deep and you can look up literally thousands of personal care products and find out what's in them, including what plastics and pesticides and toxins and heavy metals and things that are in these products that you don't want exposed to your body. And then there are safer things that you can take. And so the Skin Deep website can be a huge help to you as you're trying to sort all this out and figure out what's safe to put on me and what isn't. So maybe you can kind of give us some guidance about some bad things that you've seen.
There have been certain over-the-counter hair coloring products that have a lot of coal tar derivatives. And
coal tar?
Those are petroleum-based.
Ew.
And they use those to fill the product up. So when you're using this on a monthly basis, you're starting to get quite an exposure to a lot of petroleum-based products that can cause cancers.
Cause cancer, correct.
Absolutely. And some women who feel the need to color a little more frequently than, say, every 4 to 6 weeks, they're really doubling their exposure. I know I have issues with some of these over-the-counter hair colors. I've actually had reactions to them.
So aside from the cancer risk, you can also have local reactions.
Absolutely.
To allergic reactions, scalp eczema, I'm sure that you see.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So those are significant problems, the hair coloring products, and they seem to have a lot of bad stuff in them. So are there safer alternatives that women can use, or men? In my case, you keep telling me not to worry about my gray hair and it looks like wisdom or something. I don't know. I'm not going to color my hair. But anyway,
Well,
but I know a lot of guys are. So what are some natural, safer alternatives?
Well, there are a few hair color products that you can purchase in the health food stores. They generally are more of a stain than actually penetrating the cuticle of the hair. So it really just coats it, but it does cover some of the gray if that's what your objection is. They don't last very long, but they can be a little bit more safe than products that actually go into the cortex, like a real hair color with a developer 20 volume, and it's generally the standard in the industry.
Okay.
So some of the products out there, if you're very concerned, and I know I've had ladies go to the health food stores who couldn't use any kind of hair coloring products, standard, you know, drugstore, professional, or whatever, and they have used these stained hair colors for a little bit of an erasement of the gray, and it's been very effective without the toxicity.
And a lot of those products are organic, right? They usually have natural components to
Yes,
it.
they do. Yes, they do.
And less junk than what other products have.
Right, right.
So that would be a recommendation that we can give to all of our viewers, is that if you think of coloring your hair, think of the potential toxins that you're exposing your body to, and maybe consider some safer alternatives that you can use on your hair, such as an organic product that will stain your hair but not penetrate deeply into the follicles and get ultimately absorbed into your body. And again, some of these are petroleum products that have all kinds of toxicity that we don't want.
Right, and I have been working with an organic hair color line, and I found it to be very successful. But you must understand, the pigment of the color is organic. You still need a driver to get it into the hair shaft, and generally that's a peroxide base or an ammonia base.
Yuck.
And ammonia technically is an organic product, but you definitely need something to get it into the hair shaft to make it work. And you need pigment, developer, and oxygen to make hair color work correctly. But I do find working with the more natural pigmentation, my clients have less reactions, a truer color base, and also now they add oils, natural oils to the colors, which we're even seeing showing up in some of the drugstore products.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
So they do buffer down some of the toxicity and allow the hair to be more receptive to the colors and give it shine and moisture.
And again, consumers are going to drive this, just like with anything else. If people demand these products, they're going to be more available.
That's true.
The companies will respond to that. We just have to say to the companies, we're tired of what you've been giving to us. We're tired of these toxins you're exposing us to in these products, and we want something safer.
Yes. And I also asked several of my lady clients what their concerns were. Were they more interested in going organic with their hair and skin products, or were they actually looking for results and didn't really care what was in these products? And I really got a mix of responses, which surprised me.
That's very scary.
Yeah, it really surprised me.
Well, when we come back from our break, we're going to talk about shampoos, and we're going to talk about other products that you have available here that people, the general public, can use that are generally much safer. And maybe we'll go ahead and go to our break now, and we'll look at some commercials for our sponsors, and I pray that you'll pay attention to these. Notice who our sponsors are. Thank them for keeping this show on the air. Use their products, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Thanks. Medicine Shop Pharmacy has been serving Charlotte County for 27 years with the same owner and pharmacist, Wayne Wallace. They offer the personalized service of a small-town pharmacy, but the buying power of a large chain to keep prices low. Medicine Shop specializes in compounding medication, which means custom making them for each patient, including bioidentical hormones. They even have free delivery. Medicine Shop is located on US 41 in Port Charlotte. Call them at 941-627-9855. Metagenics is a worldwide supplement company that offers better health through nutrition and lifestyle medicine. Its high-quality products are designed to help doctors and healthcare professionals offer safe, effective, and more natural approaches to their patients. Metagenics is an industry leader in metabolic detoxification, something we all need because of our toxic environment. They also have numerous supplements to treat illness and maintain health. Metagenics products are only available through healthcare practitioners. To find the one closest to you, go to their website at Metagenics.com. When it comes to health and aging, our bodies are under constant attack. Free radicals are your health's #1 enemy. Now there's overwhelming science pointing to antioxidants as the ultimate solution to this free radical assault. The great news is that cocoa is the most powerful antioxidant superfood on the planet. That's right, chocolate. But not just any chocolate, only one chocolate. WRXY is recognized by the U.S. Trademark and Patent Office as healthy chocolate. WRXY is cold-processed cocoa with acai and blueberry. It is delicious. All of the WRXY products proudly display their certified levels of flavonoids and antioxidants. They're among the highest scores of any foods in the world. Are you concerned about your health? You must eat more antioxidants. Why not eat WRXY, the healthy chocolate? To try WRXY, to get more information, or to learn how to build your own part-time business and residual income as part of my team, call 1-800-996-5383 or visit our website, hcinfo.net. Hello and welcome back to Prescription for Health. I'm Dr. Alan Gruning, and we've been talking today with Diane Smith about cosmetology and hair products and nail products. A little bit of word about some of our sponsors. You got to see them on our commercial break. I really want to encourage you to look into WRXY, the healthy chocolate. These are some examples of products that I use in my practice. The Showbiotic chocolate, which contains probiotics, and the healthy meal replacement, which is a great way to start your day. They even have a program going on now where you can get your chocolate for free, which is crazy. And so contact them through the website or their phone number, which is on our website and was on the screen, and get more information about WRXY, the healthy chocolate. In addition, Metagenics is a great company, and I use a number of their products in my practice, including their omega-3 fish oil. Their Ultra Flora probiotic, which is excellent, and also their Phyto Multi, which is a great multivitamin. We've had Nancy Casey on the show here before, and we've talked about Metagenics products. They are really high quality, excellent products, much better than you can buy normally in the store. So please look into Metagenics products. And Medicine Shop is a great pharmacy up in Charlotte County. If you live anywhere in Northport or North Fort Myers or Punta Gorda or Port Charlotte or Arcadia, and you want a great compounding pharmacy to go to, they deliver their products, talk to the people at Medicine Shop. They're a great organization. Diane and I have been talking about hair care products, and we want to get into some practical things now that people have access to on a daily basis that they can use. So go ahead and show us some things, Diane.
Well, years ago, before we had fancy clarifying shampoos and all the other things, basically what we used to clean hair from hairspray or medication buildup was basic baking soda, and everyone has it in their home. And if you shampoo once, and a good couple of heaping tablespoons in a cup, fill it with water, squish it through your hair, let it sit for 5 minutes, rinse and re-shampoo, you will be amazed at not only the product buildup that comes off, but medication buildup that comes out also.
That's
it's
pretty
amazing.
Cool.
And I mean, even with all the other clarifying products we have, I still go back to the basics of baking soda. Every salon has it. Also, a nice rinse with vinegar diluted with some water.
Like what kind of strength?
Oh, like 1/4 of a cup to 2 cups of water.
Okay.
In between 2 shampoos, also rinses away residue, medication residue. The same thing that baking soda, but I think it's a little more effective. And also lemon juice is also a very good clarifier for your scalp. And also
this
rinses.
Little guy, this lemon is helpful?
That little guy is amazing.
Cool.
He can do some wonderful things in your bathroom. So if you have extra lemons, a good lemon rinse after your shampoo will make sure that all that shampoo residue is completely out of your hair.
Great. Well, you keep mentioning about shampoo. So what are some decent shampoos that those of us who are going to the store and not sure what to buy anymore, what can we use?
Well, a lot of the professional lines are very, very good.
Okay.
And you're paying more for them because they don't put a lot of the extra fillers in their products that you get with, say, a more drugstore related product like waxes and fragrance. But the high-end shampoos really do serve a purpose.
Okay.
Especially if you have color-treated hair, it's imperative that you use a product for color-treated hair. But also on the lower end of the scale, which you can find in Walgreens, Costco, and Walmart, are some of the lower-end products, and they are just as effective and just as good as anything that you can buy through your professional.
Well, give me an example, some lower-end products for people who might be interested in.
Garnier. I have lots of clients who use Garnier. Very good product. Dove is good.
Stuff? Okay.
Yep. And Dove is very good, Suave is very good, but I do recommend that you switch your products out. So if you buy a large size bottle of a shampoo, please switch to a different brand because we do have water issues here in Florida. And you will get a buildup from just using the same thing over and over on a daily basis.
But if I get a buildup, now I know what to do.
You can use your
baking soda or white vinegar, or I can use my lemon.
Absolutely.
To get all that stuff that's accumulated on my hair out of there.
Absolutely, and they're perfectly safe and they're harmless, and everyone has these 3 products in their home. But from high-end to low-end products, they all serve a purpose. The best way to test for a really great product is put a drop of it in your hand.
Okay.
If it sinks into your skin, because your pH is the same for hair and skin,
okay,
and you have no residue left over, you will be amazed. That product will do the same thing in your hair.
Okay, so you put some in your hand, and if it soaks in,
right, it
that's
doesn't leave an
good
oily
for your
residue
bottom. Okay.
or a creamy residue or whatever you're looking for in a shampoo. You'll get a pretty good idea before you spend the money on it, what it's going to react, how it's going to react in your hair.
But if it leaves like a really oily, it's probably not right for you.
I would say shy away from those.
Okay.
Because they have more waxes in them, and those really coat your hair and really don't provide any medical reason to make it look better.
And so the products that you do get in a salon are generally better, from what you're saying.
Absolutely. They've done the research. They're putting in more keratin, more protein, more moisture than you will get in, say, a lower-end product. So that's what you're really paying for. Now,
is the organic movement starting to hit into the professional products that you use?
Oh, definitely. Absolutely. We're seeing a big increase. Now, almost every single major line out there in our world, in the professional line, someone is coming along with something organic, be it oils or colors or conditioners. They're all starting to tap into that market because they realize the public is starting to be more educated.
Right. And so for all of you, when you're looking at getting hair care products, please consider getting, decent organic products. Consult someone like Diane. Find out what the best thing is for you. Don't just go and buy the cheapest thing, because it may not be the best thing for you and will be contributing to toxicity and hair loss and a whole bunch of other issues. I know another subject we wanted to get to real quickly today before we run out of time is about nails, because you deal a lot with nails. I know you have some great concerns about all the nail stuff. I know you have concerns about the straightening stuff, which we didn't even get to talk about.
That.
Maybe we can touch on that real briefly, too.
I'm very concerned about some of the straightening systems out there today. They all of them say they're formaldehyde-free. Well, chemically on the bottles, you may not see formaldehyde, but once you put a flat iron, which you need to do to make these work, you get a burn-off, and that burn-off is a formaldehyde burn-off.
Wow.
And that's where the FDA, there's such a fine line in there, because technically in that bottle, that doesn't have formaldehyde, but combined with a heat process, it does create a formaldehyde burn-off or a vapor burn-off of some sort.
And what is that doing to your body?
Well, you're laying on that hair every night when you sleep, and you're breathing that every day, and once you flat iron that into the hair, it's there for 3 to 6 months.
Whoa.
Depending on how frequently you shampoo.
And for those of you that don't know, formaldehyde is the same stuff that when I was taking biology, anatomy, all those things, that's what we stored dead things in.
Yes.
It's formaldehyde.
Yes.
I mean, it's a preservative for dead stuff, and
yes.
It's very toxic, and you have to wear a mask around it. You can't breathe it.
Exactly.
I mean, this is what people are putting on their hair?
Yes, yes.
Whoa, okay.
I'm very concerned about the general public using these. I'm personally not advocating them until I know that these products are 100% safe. I've been reading a lot of articles in my trade magazines that our industry, along with OSHA, is doing research to try to eliminate some of the more toxic of the toxic.
Okay.
Because 2 years ago, these were flying off the shelves and everybody wanted it, and then, whoa, everybody backed off. because clients were complaining of having headaches, nausea.
All the symptoms you see with formaldehyde toxicity.
Exactly.
Right.
And so some hairdressers who aren't so money motivated realize, whoa, this is harming my clientele.
So the straightening systems leave a lot to be desired. Let's talk about nails real quickly, because
Yes.
we only have a couple minutes left.
Yes.
Tell me your concerns about nails.
I'm very concerned. There's also another big trend right now for the gel nail systems, and there's
Okay.
several different names out there.
Now, I'm
but
a guy, I don't know anything about this.
I
Okay,
know,
so-
but they're all basically the same product. They're just named different names. What concerns me is they are cured under a black light, and that is high intense UV exposure. And over a period of time, you have to completely remove these nails with acetone
Acetone.
every 2 to 3 weeks. And then-
Acetone's not a safe subject.
Not in the
substance
quantity
either.
you need to remove
Right.
these nails. So ladies, please be aware of this. And also that UV exposure on your nails and your hands is very, very unsafe. So please ask your nail tech how she feels about these products. And if she's not really that gung-ho about it, I would say really reconsider it, because I think they're a little bit too toxic.
So what are safer things for women to do with their nails?
Well, natural nails are, you can't beat that.
You can't beat
You
natural
can't beat
nail, yeah.
natural nails, but if you need to wear them for a special occasion, that's not so bad. But if you're going to wear them long term, like I used to do, I ended up with some serious health issues. I had fungus, damage to my nail beds, and quite frankly, I had to take mine off. They were creating a lot of problems. So ladies, please beware. If you do wear them, don't wear them for years and years and years. You know, short periods of time, fine, but for long extended periods, no.
Great. Well, Diane, I really appreciate you being on the show today. We've just scratched the surface.
Oh, we
with this.
have.
We're probably going to have another show with Diane to talk more about the issues that we're concerned about with personal care products. And again, you can go to my website and you can learn more about personal care products by clicking on the resources and going to the website for Environmental Working Group and Skin Deep. And they have a whole host of information that you can look at on these personal care products. But Diane's given you some good ideas today about things that you can avoid, things you can do differently as you try to take care of your body. One of my big emphasis on this show is to try to reduce environmental toxic exposure for people, because that's one of the big things that we're having trouble with, both in our food, our personal care products, our water, you name it. And so I really want to have you really focus on cleaning up your act, so to speak, as we move forward with this. And we have other shows that are airing about this time now where I'm talking about different toxins. And I want you to pay close attention to that. Make these changes in your life. They're very important. You know, when we look at balancing our holistic health, it involves physical, emotional, and spiritual. When you have that all working together, everything's running great. But you can't ignore your spiritual health. And if you have any questions about where you're at spiritually, then go to my website, and there's a link on there to talk about your spiritual health. And please click on it and find out more about your spiritual life and how to have a vibrant, healthy relationship with Jesus Christ. That's what's going to really make the difference in your life. I'm so glad that you joined me on Prescription for Health today. I look forward to seeing you next time. My name is Dr. Alan Gruning, and it has been a pleasure to meet with you today and with Diane Smith. Thank you. Thank you for watching Prescription for Health, Southwest Florida's local weekly TV program devoted to holistic health and healing. This is an outreach of Christian Health Ministries, dedicated to providing free medical care to the poor and uninsured of Southwest Florida who are in pain. If you would like to give toward the work of our free clinic, please send your tax-deductible donation to the address on the screen. God bless you on your journey toward better health.